There are two men. One appears to be carrying a backpack. The other appears to have a bag. These bags match the description that the federal authorities have told us are believed to be bags that carry the two bombs on Monday. But again, we're not showing these photos until the federal authorities ask the media to share these pictures, because we want to make sure that we don't jeopardize any investigation, and that if the FBI does have leads and is after these men, that they have every chance to catch them. And I think, Phil, these two men. I would say one individual with a white hat wearing dark clothing would suggest to me that it was black clothing on the top and the pants on the bottom. The other individual was not wearing a hat, but had some sort of blue tracksuit or jumpsuit on. That's how I would describe them. So those are. I've seen these photos myself. They are on some other online sources, and so it's interesting.
Yeah, Bill, I was wondering, when they showed you photos earlier and we elected not to have you describe those, you elected not to describe those photos, were they of these guys?
No.
So,
and listen,
okay.
My jaw dropped yesterday when we were watching that news conference at 5:15. It was one of those head turners where you're like, whoa, now this is a curveball. But that's a curveball that only lasted for a few hours. You know, they were hot on their trail last night at 10:30, just across the Charles River.
Yeah, and what's still unknown is whether or not these terrorists then saw their photos on international television and decided, boy, we got to get the heck out of here after apparently hanging around for 4 days, or if they were just waiting to be found and then they were going to start some sort of a second wave of terrorist activity. We don't know the answer to that just yet.
You're right about that too, Gretchen, and we don't know that answer. Maybe that's some of what will be enlightened throughout the day today, once police either start talking or start taking some of these questions. But Brian, you asked that question about whether or not we were informed about these images. There is someone within the investigative unit of the story that has done the FBI a huge disservice.
Exactly.
Because what they did was, they took images, many images, I'm talking dozens of images, and they set up websites that just about every American has the ability to access. And they made it seem and appear as if, they were in search of other individuals, maybe 2, 3, or 4 others. And those images were, they went around the ether. And people looked at them and they thought, well, obviously this must be the guys.
Yep.
Now, who was it on the inside that would even take those images, think about establishing a website and then putting out misinformation? And I think one of the stories that will be talked about when this is all resolved is how the FBI and the Boston police go back and look at their own investigative personnel to find out who had access to it and who had the motivation to put out bad information when they make it public.
So, Bill, stand by, because
Mike's video that he sent in to us, we have the one that he sent to us. I wonder if at this point in time we can take a look at it and see what he has on this video, so we can all look for one. Remember, this is obviously dark at night, and so here's Mike's video. Let's take a look at it, listen to it. forgive
apologize for that.
We know it's 2 o'clock in the morning and bullets are being fired. Shots are being fired right outside your door, and